You just sit there.
You want to say that?
Yeah, until she calls in for you guys.
Liberia is on the rising. Good afternoon. It's good to be back again. Today is Friday. And we started chilling. I'm a man. Oh, no, my God. You are sorry, man. I just let us know. We started chilling already. You know what happened? The wine that leading by integrity gave me, I decided to keep it for the weekend. Those of you that say, Madam, don't open that one. You gotta wait for us to drink that one together. I will be drinking it alone. So it's gonna be back again this afternoon on State of the Nation. Get used to it. On Friday we have the police inside the police, and then at 3:30 we have State of the Nation. And we bring you the business show, the business show. This is the business show. You know what happened a few days? Some of you been following me on social media, and I've been explaining something about this business show. 2022, I brought about the idea of the business show that was raised by my boss, and we all worked together. Johnson Batoma was also a part of it. At some point, I got connected with Alex Jones, who I have not seen him in person. Yes, I haven't seen him in person, but he's in the US, and then I conducted the first presidential. I conducted an interview with him, and then after through his profile, I got to know that he's a financial professional. So I asked him to come on my business show. I mean, isn't that I'm only it now, but that's how he wants me to be saying it. At some point, yes, we had the show. We had a wonderful time. It was a WhatsApp call. Yes, he and his friend came on. We did the show together. It was wonderful. I don't know. After some time, we started bringing on other people. He brought in other financial professionals. We started bringing in guests. It became so wide. It became so, it was good. But then during the elections, we had to take a break because of of elections. But before then, we hosted the current finance minister, Minister Bwana Kamara. At the time, he was he wasn't in the country. I mean, we took him online. I was in Sierra Leone by that time, and then I was asked to set up the whole thing. Yes, and they sent me the link to John. Right that very day last year, the same month, June. We in July. In June, we had an interview here, and he misbehaved on the current finance minister, Minister Bwana Kamara, and then he was asked to apologize to the current finance minister, who at the time was former finance minister, and he refused. We asked him to also apologize to our audiences, and he also refused. So we expelled him from the show, and he had been going up and down, going to other places, saying, "Oh, that's my idea." And when we started partnering. Partnership is good. When it all came on, we all started talking about partnership. It's good to partner. It's good to get ideas from other areas and bring on. I embrace that. I shouldn't be selfish enough to say, no, this is, my boss man left me in charge. I can't do anything and be so disgruntled. I mean, so proud that you cannot accept anything for anyone. Because of that, because for the sake of respect, I agree for us to call the show Business and Economic Forum, because it was getting bigger, and then we all used to come on, and I sit there and challenge them at times, ask them questions, and and to learn from them as well. As a business student, I am a business student. That's the first thing I did in university. Even though I don't have a degree yet, I will I'll go back to Zion to go and get my degree. But in recent time, he been commenting and tagging. I mean, yes, you can say tag, right?
Yeah.
And tagging the our CEO, Mr. And embarrassing them, man. They mean the country already getting harder with making laws, policies, and everything. He just been, like telling him about this, how they stole his show from me. Can you imagine how on earth can you sit in the US and you say the show that I invited you on? I even made a flyer and invited you as a guest to talk business, and you say it is for you. It's laughable. So I told him, I said, leave my bosses out of it, because it reached to CEO, to Mr. Belete, Musa Belete, it reached to Lai, Chris. I mean, all of them, they are all aware of it. And Chris was asking, but you even got that guy. I said, no, I'm keeping him there for a purpose, but he will bring Donald Trump. Let him leave my bosses out, right? Those are you that follow me. He will bring Donald Trump or former president of America to come beg me and beg the Liberian people and all other leaders that he misbehave on. We respect our audiences.
Yes.
That's why we don't just do anything here. We respect them a lot, and that's why even when somebody call and tries to deviate from what we usually do here, do a professional broadcast here, we cut you off. We do not have space for disrespecting our people. We don't have space for that, and he will come here and insult everybody. We have problem with him because he insulted President Weah, he insulted Ambassador Baka at the time, Mr. Kumis, Mr. Ure, everybody he insulted. He even used to go on social media. Mr. Benedict, if you just see the message I got in my phone that he insulted my bossmate in my inbox.
They got invited.
In my inbox. He insulted my own boss in my inbox. And then he coming back to say the show is for him because I agree for him to use the name Business and Economic Forum because of respect and partnership. You see, those are you out there, we encourage you on this platform usually to have partnership.
Yeah.
Because someone has this one and you have that one in business, you come together and you form a partner, right?
Yeah.
You form a partnership, people become partners. Be careful. Be careful for this one. Everyone knows, he himself knows, he's just trying to how you call it, gain relevance. I don't know whose expense. But you have to be very careful when you are getting into a partnership with people. It should be documented.
Yes.
Don't just do it with mouth. And we've told you that before on the business show. These are all things that we do here because we want you to be educated to these things. This man is coming after I invited him, made a flyer and everything, calling him guests on the show. He's telling us, he's telling me, he's telling Mr. Benedict and everybody that the show is for him. We stole the show. We don't respect intellectual property in Liberia. That's why we're not going anywhere. And in fact, he even told me, those are you listening, those are you that know Alex Jones. I haven't seen him in person, but we have been, talking business and stuff like that. He tells me, Magdalene, you got low self-esteem because you're working with Truth FM. You see, he been insulting me, been insulting everybody. But I just been so patient and I've always been me in my lane. Yes. But that will happen. So the business show coming on, and I don't run out of ideas. It's not a boss, it's a gift from God. And you who listening to, you are also smart. It's just like for you to bring it up and bringing up ideas and implementing them. I think you don't run out of ideas. What are you doing? You were a guest on the show, then you come down and say the show is for you because if you are getting into a partnership with people, it should be documented. You should follow the legal process. Don't do it because you know someone today. You know the person at your brother, the person at your sister, that my mom, somebody go in the future, the person will take the land. The person will tell them and say, not for you. It's not for you.
No document to prove.
No documents. to prove. And on that flyer that I did, if you go on my page, you will see I did not call a business economic forum to tell you I call a business talk. The last time we hosted Magic McLean that we started discussing on the business show first, I called it business show. The one that he came on, as I called it the first I did, I called it business talk. So I just want to make clarity. We got 5 minutes up to 4 o'clock. Yes, today is Friday, man. We're going to do some, have fun, talk business, and mind our business.
It's a weekend back.
Also, you can enjoy
On a weekend,
on the weekend.
of course.
Things really happening in the country. Oh. You're maintaining and all trying to stretch the wings and enjoy the. So tell me a little bit about yourself, Daniel.
Oh, thank you so much, Madam, for the invite to sit with you in the studio today. More especially on 2FM, the biggest radio station in Liberia.
Oh Lord,
Yes.
yeah.
I'm Daniel Sony, from Mr. and Mrs. Sony in top number from County.
Oh, you from Boni?
Of course.
Okay. Did you vote there?
No.
Okay, talk.
Yeah, so school in so many schools, from junior high, Free Pentecostal, Samuel D. Hill, they thought he wrote the
I read a resume now.
Musu Managing Public School in Broadwood, and
Okay.
to the Austin International School in Broadwood,
Braville.
where Christopher said he lived.
Oh, the big Gary.
The great professor.
Oh, you live in Braville.
I live Broadwood.
You come from there every day?
Currently, I'm not in Broadwood. I live as a LW Junction,
Oh, so you-
WBS community.
So you know you live in Italy.
Huh?
You don't know where you live. You try to. I mean, just like you ask me where I live, I was just saying where I live.
No,
Or you stopping at your girlfriend place.
no. I live.
You got ready. Chief Grade listening right now.
No.
I ready to put you in problem. Be
No,
one too. So you living with woman.
No, I'm not living with a woman.
When you ready to put your tears. When you ready to put your sonny tears outside. Not by your calling me, oh. You living with woman.
There is no proof to that. I'm not staying with a woman. So,
All right, so it's Friday, and yeah, so let me say hats off to our president, the president of the Republic of Liberia. Yes, Ambassador Joseph Human Parker. Hats off. You know, sometimes when I see the convoy passing, yeah, when I see the convoy passing, I'll be like, oh my God, this is so awesome. Life can change in a different.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So and every time I mean all of the time at that time my Ellie I feel I feel so good looking at the convoy and why everybody parked off the road. Yesterday evening I was across the road. I just remember the time, the last interview we had here with him, and coming in here, everybody was outside, everyone outside, everybody, people just there, and I saw him yesterday evening again. My whole body was just chilling again. I said, "Oh my God, God is so great." Send me link. Yeah, I said, God is so great. He makes impossible possible. Yes, he makes impossible possible, and God blesses you when you think everything is over. Yes, not only with the case of our president, but let me just speak across because we about to talk business, and we also have a very good friend of ours in studio. He's here with one of my mentees. Yes, so we're going to have a wonderful time together. And so I made me just take 2-3 minutes of motivating this afternoon. Believe in yourself when no one else does. Yes, believe in yourself. Do not be carried away what people have to say about you. To be great, it comes with a lot. Sacrifices. Yes, to be great, it comes with a lot of sacrifices. You can't say you want to be great and you're not willing to go through torment. You're not willing to go through backbiting. You're not willing to go through suppression from people that you least expect. You're not willing to go through all those things. Then you say you want to be great. Have you ever listened to the stories of great people? Have you ever listened to the stories of great people? They will tell you, I went through a lot. And they have too many great people around you that you can go to sit at their feet and listen to them. Let them tell you what they have been through. How people have castigated them, put them in a category, said lies about them. They have evil Taylor. One time a pastor came to our church and said, evil Taylor, when they say this one about you, it fits you. You can't find any other way to tell someone, they say, no, it's not true. It will fit you. But at the end of the day, people will get to know who you are. Yes, people will get to know who you are. Some of you have lied on people and they're now in prison. Yes, you lied on somebody, they have lost their job. And you know the kind of people that people that are depending on them. Too many things to be great in life. Look, when you see the red plum in the tree, why Jesus cursed the fig tree? Because he went there to get food from that tree. When you are great, you will receive many hits. Yes. I mean, HIT, right? Yeah. You will receive many hits. HIT, people will just hit you with stick, with rocks, and it's not a physical rock I'm talking about. Yes, I'm not talking about the physical rock, the physical sticks and what, but the things they will say about you, the things they will do to you. I mean, everybody wants to be successful. Why would you want to tear people down? Why would you want to tear people down? Why would you want to keep them down, suppress them? How long do we have here? 6 scores and 10. That's what the Bible says. If you go above there, well, it's a blessing. But some of you will bent on tarnishing the reputation of people. Some of you have not even met these people that you have inherited hatred from. Look, some of you hate your destiny helpers. People that should be helping you, you hate them. You don't like them because of what you heard. Because what your friend, your sister, mom told you, your pa, or the other person told you. Stop. Live a peaceful life. Stop spreading lies about people. If you want to be great, and then we will go to church on Sunday, they have any baboon on Facebook. When you see that baboon performing, they say that has some more can be to church. That has some more can be to the mosque. When you want to be great, it comes with a lot of sacrifices. Oh, you're not going to sit down and greatness just walk and come to you.
No way.
The devil is going to plant people, and he's not going to come down in the form like a devil. You will run away. He will bring on beautiful, handsome, innocent-looking people. He will plant them in your life. They will be there. They will suppress you, torment you. That what can happen. That will go bring. And last time I went somewhere to go speak, I told the people, I told the young guys, I said, you guys, you are very great. Special. I mean, you are doing great things. I said, be careful. Yeah, because some community will just want to plant one beautiful girl on you, and make sure that the target, they are successful.
Yes.
The boys, be careful. And I told them it.
What you want to achieve?
You won't. Because the devil have seen greatness in you, and he will use every means. He will use people right under your feet. They will be there. They'll be backbiting you. They will be tormenting you. Or you think the devil that just fool? No, he sees you in you. He sees what you want to become, and then he will never leave you. But you have to be strong. I want to tell people. I say, me, I can't say. You see me. I'm looking frail. But I am on my knees, and Psalm 35 is my scripture. It's that the enemies be like chaff before the wind. Their path will be dark and slippery. I know my enemy with me. I know and I get enemy. But so when in the Bible, I will read it and pray. Me, I get enemy. That God get it. So to end, When I saw the convo passing yesterday, I was like moved. It's not my first time, but because I was at the junction, and I remember when he came there when he was not president at the time. So I mean, greatness is not achieved just over just period of time. It goes a long way.
A long way.
And I just want to encourage you, all those who are going through whatever thing you're going through, when the plum is in the tree and it is ripe, remember it receives a lot of hits. At HRT, people will be choking right. They will be claiming that because that plum is ready to be eaten, it's eatable. Yes. So that's how I want to welcome you on the State of the Nation this afternoon. Mark, how you doing?
Yes, I'm okay.
Okay. So Mark is the former SG of the Reporters Association of Liberia, and also former presidential candidate who did not win. I voted for him, but he didn't win. Yeah, let me bring you all stories. Mommy, how you doing?
I'm okay. I'm doing well. It's just that it took me by surprise.
I took you by surprise. Yeah, I like to take people by surprise. So when I'm doing my moderating in my show, you know what I can do?
Wow.
When I tell people to come in and how you call it, talk on giving, I can just pick them, say come. So you are a soldier. Come and talk on giving. Somebody can say they're not coming. We will be there waiting for you to come. It's intended. I mean, not you, but I mean, it's intended to prepare yourself anytime. But I mean, you are a pen pusher. Yeah, you write a lot, and you also an SG, former SG, and you are very powerful as well. So I don't worry about people like you when I take you by surprise on the microphone. So it's actually good to have you at Gonfia.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So tell me,
and I
what's
appreciate
happening in the media community that we can talk about as we prepare to talk business? You're not worried, you're being rare today. Yeah, you can't visit today.
First of all, let me say thanks a lot for this surprise hosting of me on your show this afternoon.
Mhm,
And like you asked about what's happening in the media,
mhm,
we are indeed bereaved. We lost Mr. Chodo Brooks.
mhm,
He was one of the journalists in Liberia who some of us
mhm,
coming out as journalists we look up to for direction, for guardians.
mhm,
And he passed of recent, so the media is bereaved.
mhm,
Another bereavement is Kekula Sloan. Kekula Sloan, if you are a regular visitor at the Press Union of Liberia, you often used to see Kekula. Once you were around, he will be around you, and he was a very easygoing guy, a friendly person. Not a day he called me by my name. He always used to say leader, leader, and it really hurt me that I have to be sitting here talking about his passing,
mhm,
because there's a person who I really were very close. There's this pele that I learned, and I learned it from him. He often
mhm.
to say, sometimes he asks me when I say this, then he say put in pele. Say how to put in pele. Say vu nam va vu.
Bonaventure, yeah.
Meaning
Jesus,
ain't there, me
yeah.
ain't there.
Hmm.
So that's how cool he and I were. And tomorrow there will be a memorial gathering for him at his uncle place. I
Okay.
think the president of Liberia will be collaborating with the family to do that, at least to remember him for the time he was with us as member of the president of Liberia. So that's just few things that I thought to bring to
Yeah.
light.
Jonah Brooks, I mean, up to now, it's unbelievable. Like,
Yes,
what?
sure. The media
Yeah.
is hard hit.
Yeah. Hmm. I mean, that's why every time I know I appreciate God for life because it's the most valuable thing. Everything we're ever working for, if you if you go, everything is cut short.
Yeah,
So
vanity.
yes, vanity. I mean, you're leaving everything behind, nothing. And I mean, every time I have the opportunity to tell people that I have to tell that everything is vanity. Yeah, I tell you, I mean, naked you keep and naked, sometimes I have to share this with people, with some good friends. I know, I mean they know, but you have to remind them that
Yes,
everything is
yes.
vanity. And what matters most is your relationship, your personal relationship with God. And I can say, you see me, I'm a very big sinner, but I'm friendly with you. I have to tell you that you your relationship with God matters.
Mhm.
Yes, I tell people that every other time, anybody that I'm closer to, I tell you, I woke up early morning and tell you that, yes, because if you don't know, if you sometimes they know, but they will try to ignore the fact that everything is vanity,
Mhm.
everything is vanity, and your relationship with God matters most. Yeah, as simple as I am. I tell that, but it's a sad one, very very sad that we lost two of our colleagues, and one is someone I follow. I really follow Cholo Brooks, the news, GNN
GNN
news,
news, yes.
GNN news. As if
Yes.
it's spark on my phone, I'm reading. Yeah, but yeah, so it's gonna be. You came with one of your mentees, who is going to be one of my mentees as well.
Yes, eventually.
How you doing?
Hi,
What's her name?
Augusta Christine Juan.
Oh, Augusta.
Yeah.
You have the name of my cousin, my little niece, and one of my mentees who was supposed to be here today, Friday. But that lady was sitting in my give over the day. I come for Augusta Noah. She said she won't put a big calling her Betty because it sounds like old man name. They like get too much for herself. She said they can call her Betty instead of over. So I said, but call her Betty. Yeah, it sounds good. How you doing? So which school are you attending?
AMU.
And what's your status? Come close and talk like a mass communication student, right? Yeah. What's your status? What level are you?
Sophomore, second semester.
Who's your chairman? Some.
Um,
You want me to help you?
More for later.
That's not
Well,
a
yeah.
Listen, Augusta, Valentine, February 14. I can never forget how many. Maybe I will forget it, Samuel, but I mean, your chairman. But what you doing major? Mass communication. All right, the next time, me just tell you, you'll pay fine when you forget about Samuel Wow Valentine's name. All right, your chairman. All right, so what you really like about journalism? I mean, journalism is into two parts, right? We have the
Print and broadcast.
okay, very good. So tell me what you know about what do you what which where are you? Are you in a print or the broadcast?
Broadcast.
Broadcast.
Yeah.
Because the man in there is in print, but sometimes you were seen behind the microphone. No, I say you work with radio
Yes,
before?
I actually started journalism
With
with Labrador Broadcasting System.
uh-huh.
So when Ambrose Mann was appointed, he said no one will see intern there. So
It's like over there. Oh, we got a kind of story with Ambrose Man.
that's how we left.
Have you heard me talking about that story with when I was at ERBC?
You know. So where there one morning making brought memo
And put it to
from
the
today's
plateau.
date, no intern is allowed in here.
I was
That's how we left.
uh-huh.
We left. We went different places. And since when I say sometimes I can appreciate him. You know
Okay.
why?
No.
Because he pushed us strong.
Okay.
There are people who left from there, like Nikos Andrews,
Mm-hmm.
Wata Kole,
Amanda Yasia.
Siafa Jala,
Amanda Yasa
Amanda
left.
Yasia Sale now,
Yeah.
and other friends.
Mm-hmm.
They felt that leaving LBS at the time was the worst thing that ever happened to them. But kind of think of it is the best thing. Because some of the people that left from there, they have gotten master degrees. Some of them have gotten their own institution established.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them have well off today.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, they took that as a courage to go to school.
Yeah.
So I want the best thing he did for us. So I started journalism at LBS
Mhm.
with the hope of being in the newsroom.
That's where I
And
got to know you from, right? Where I got to know you from, man? You gotta say where I got to know you from today.
we met at AME, my girl.
AME?
Yeah,
Because when I went to AME, I said their face had looked like somebody I know.
I think so.
Yeah, I was there. I graduated from the international school that Mr. Kuhn, Tata Skessely, and Moses Double were running.
Mm.
Yes, I graduated, and that's how I started the internship. So Amanda Yasia and we are very good friends. We were together. We ate kobo every other day. And when that memo came out, we left. She went to I know Radio Maria or somewhere. But what you are saying, I'm not trying to make it look like I'm trying to cast blame on him. Most of these things that I went through, I see it as motivation. But that's my own experience with Miss Ambrose Ma.
Yeah.
At the time, I was trying to grow up. At the time, I used to go with the OB team out in Margibi, this place, that place, and trying to build. That was in 2009 or 10.
It
When?
was in 2010.
10, right?
Yes.
Yes. And he said he didn't need intern. And that's why when you hear me always advocating for space for young people to grow, these are some of the things that we went through. And I do not want young people to go through the same. You see him right here and the rest of them. We move all together. Sometimes we'll go places like that, tell them to walk with confidence, go and meet people, talk to them, and do what we're supposed to do. And maybe sometimes people who don't come around me, they will say, I'm proud. Well, I may have left with them, but I always want. But I went back to the same LBS after some time. I talked with, unfortunately, two ladies. One told me, say there was, no space, she was so kind. And the other one thought like she was never going to leave ELBC. Yes, but today, I mean, she's out. So I don't hold it against her. I see that to be a motivation. I was like, the other woman told me go, but the other woman, yeah, look at the way she even, So you are welcome. I decided not to do it off air, but to interview you right here, and we're going to do the show together. We got a business people coming on. Two of them, they are in the US. They're coming on. One is one Sekou Salif, and one is Bobby Bobler. They will come and talk business. We'll come and talk customer service. So discuss customer service. So if you have ideas, you can also join. If your pa wants to leave you, he can leave. And we'll also be glad that you sit on. Well, okay, here is it. PUL. The last time I almost posted on Facebook, the former SG. I told him, I said, I come and post on Facebook. I said, I regret being a member of the PU. I want to create a debate. Yeah, I said, I want to create a debate. And when they come there, I would just be bombarding them. That was my plan. So he said he was laughing. He said, but I don't mean by that. And the next day, I heard that, everything that happened, was nullified at the legal term, right? Yeah. So what you make of that?
Yeah, so like the lawyers will say, the law is the law. We went to election and there was a blunder.
Mm-hmm.
Considered as a blunder according to the code that we should go back and redo. So the whole election, it brought a press union of Liberia to its ebb, to the lowest point.
Yeah.
At this stage, I'm not very sure that the press union can pay the rent of the place they are now. And this is because we are in confusion. The press union is a big organization that people would like to do business with. But if you really follow our activities during the just in the election,
Okay.
there are nobody that really came up with it to the period to say, oh yes, I think I can invest so amount in the Liberian media to ensure that there is debate conducted. Prior to this confusion, the press union was to some extent moving well. But again, election has its own ups and downs, and we gone through it. Like someone would say, experience as a teacher with what happened that led us to court. I'm very sure moving onward, we'll have to right the wrongs, every one of us, and tighten the screws
Okay.
so that the next election we will not experience this, because you know what I mean, for you to be inactive
Mm-hmm.
for like 2 years.
Oh yes.
That was very, very bad on our part. And again, I really felt that as an institution we could sit and discuss it and say, oh yes, then let
I
bygone be
mean, you play your
bygone.
part on
Yes.
numerous occasions. I was saying you're talking about bringing them together. I said, but you think it's possible?
Yes.
Yeah.
So at least to see our best we can, let go of things, because ego, the word ego is is just 3-letter word, ego, but it destroys. I think relationship should be 9 letters, right? Or 10. It
Yeah.
destroys 9-letter word like relationship.
Yeah.
So if we allow our ego to get the best
Yeah.
out of
Ego is
us,
just 3 letters.
we will really, really go down the drain.
Okay. Let's talk about men. Yeah, I think I want. Let's talk about men against rape.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about APLT. Sometimes I get so pissed. I say, I get my senior minute in a PUL when I told them get VLB because I can be like so blunt. And when I finish, I can say I can hold my ear and say, I'll get in trouble. Yeah. But I mean, we just want to see the very best of the biggest, the mother's body.
Yeah.
All right, so men against rape. Where are we?
Okay, so
Or
thanks.
you're behaving the PUL.
No, we are not
So meaning
inactive.
don't match.
What I'm saying, we're not inactive.
Okay.
Recently, I think Johnson Batuma interviewed me, and the interview was play on Truth FM recently
Okay.
about some of the things we are planning to do. So, Men Against Rape and Domestic Violence is an organization that came about when rape news started getting too much in our country. So, Chojen Kazulu, formerly of Cool FM, not Cool, but Spoon FM, and I, with other men, we thought it wise to at least, aside from reporting like we always do, that we get involved into ensuring that we take the message to the people, and we men should be the one carrying the message, because if you hear about rape or domestic violence, most of the time is perpetrated by men. So for this reason, we say, okay, since we men are the doer of this bad act, let's ensure that we take the message.
Okay.
And some part of last year, we were in Grand Bassa County, Buchanan, where we had like 100 plus children in a hall, explaining to them the wrong side of getting into these violence things and stuff like that. Because the mind is tabula rasa, the mind of a child is an empty space. Whatsoever you place on that empty space is what gets stuck on it. That's why in a house, when you see parents fighting, when that child grows up, the child will have it in their mind that getting into violence is the best way to solve problem. But if you get to know from your early stage that you can solve problem by just having conversation, by maybe just walking away from some situations, you save a better time for you and your family. So that's why we went to the children. We told them how they should conduct themselves as children, because you eventually going to grow up and become a father one day, so that you will not beat on your wife or beat on your children, or commit violence against people. And recently we are planning another outreach, but this time it will not be with children, but it will be with grown-up men.
Okay.
Grown-up men, because and we actually planning to do it out of town also,
Okay.
because of recent, when you I think we heard news of rape, a man who raped his own biological daughter.
Yeah.
That is very evil. So if people start to get the message that it is not good, we should stop it. We should see human being as human being. If you love a person, you will not lift your hand up and knock them that hard. So that
What do you mean that hard?
I mean,
just you shouldn't do it. Don't be saying
you can discipline with love, right?
Or you mean
for children now?
For children,
yes,
they deserve this, so they need to be disciplined.
Yes, discipline with love. When I said that hard, There are some parents that will beat their children when you see them as if they.
No, I
Yes.
mean that's not
So
good.
it is my prayer. I'm a father of 2 girls. I'm into this and I'm into it with my all. I really, really, really want a society wherein children will walk freely
Mm-hmm.
without being afraid that one uncle is passing around who will rape them.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to see a society wherein that men will not beat on their wife. Is something that we can practice. At times, Madeline, at times, to be frank, my fiancé and I will live together.
Mm-hmm.
At times, you know how you women can be
They want to
annoying at
know.
times.
They
Yeah,
are coming for you in problem.
yes, that yeah. At times people can be very, very annoying, right? But
No, vice versa. If you're speaking, say,
yes,
don't be
yes,
saying.
at times I'm speaking from experience. So now you will be really,
I'm
really,
speaking from experience.
yes,
We can be
annoying to the point that you can really want to do something. So for me, as soon as it happens, the next thing that comes to my mind is to take my phone, start looking at comedy, if it is late in the night. But if it is in the day, I just walk on the road, before I come back, the whole thing wear off my system.
So we want to big and go down.
Walk on the I just walk on the road, just to show that just is.
Mike, it's wonderful.
So,
That's a wonderful idea, and I mean, don't hesitate. The platform is here because what you just talk about, and we've hosted you here on numerous occasions talking about the same thing and your progress, your challenges. One of the key things you always mention is fairness.
yeah, so Madeline, the issue of money will always be around, but the little we can do with the time you afforded me now, right?
Yeah.
Like from the beginning of this interview, I told you that you caught me unaware.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm using this time that I'm caught unaware to raise the awareness against rape and domestic violence. There will always be issue of money. When money comes, we'll use it for bigger things. Maybe we'll go places in Maryland and other parts
decentralized
of rich places.
Yeah.
But with the little one we have now, with the time, we use the time and send a message out.
I'm gonna send my CV
and tell.
I want position.
You can come on board. You can come on board. The thing is men against rape and domestic violence, but we incorporate women.
I say I want to apply for a job. It's talking about.
You don't have.
So you can be my employer. Let me see whether you're. Let me see.
For job.
Yeah, I mean men against rape, right?
Yes. No, but for now we don't have money to pay people. We are volunteering ourselves.
So, I want to see how you be paying me. Whether 2 weeks, and just come, I really want you to be my employer, but I don't know how you're going to work. But I will force myself in our organization.
That's good. Let's use the platform to raise money.
Yeah.
Then I can use the money to
you see?
It's what we talk. You see me talking about business.
Yeah, business.
Business forum.
Okay.
So use the platform to raise money.
Yeah, we can do that.
Men Against Rape and Domestic Violence is a non-for-profit organization that's operating in Liberia, hoping to share the message to all men in Liberia that it is not good to be violent. It is not good to rape. It is not good to beat on your wife. It is not good to perpetrate any form of violence against any other person, be it your wife or someone else. So that raise the awareness.
Yeah, so I'm guys, I'm always willing to be part of these things, and let's plan more programs, create more publicity. It's important because there's some men that get ready to beat, or you see them not be again, really beat. They get ready to beat the women, the children, transfer aggression and everything. And people are living in fear. So
let me let the cat out of the bag. Well, we are planning an event for July 26th.
Okay.
And the event focuses on donation of sanitary pads to prison facilities.
Okay.
So, because women have needs. If a man and a woman, they are in a cell, if that man does not take bath for maybe 1 month, they can bear it, but not a female.
Yeah.
So women have need. So that's why we targeting prison facilities. So with this call now that we need money, the money will be directed towards buying of sanitary pads, towel, soap, clothes rags, towel, and
Okay.
other stuff for the women.
So we can do that. We already have. I don't want to keep them waiting for too long.
Okay,
I,
okay,
I mean, yes, what you are saying, we need a special time, an hour, to talk about it, raise awareness, and raise some funds as well. I'm in it.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm part of it. So I want us to all remain here because we are like 30 minutes. We can take 30 minutes to discuss business. I mean, that's is more than enough. And just just text me and tell me when you be available. I'll find time for you next week, and we can take a time to talk about it. We can take another time again to talk about it because too many people are dying for domestic violence. Children are living with fear
mm,
and learning negative things that the way you were saying yesterday, what you see your parents doing when you grow up.
yes, it's just what you're
Yeah,
talking.
my father is a journalist, right?
Mm,
Yeah, and I said I want to become a journalist.
yeah,
Even though he's not that kind of person that talk a lot, he push pen. He's a pen pusher. But
my
I'm used.
friend.
Oh, your friend.
You are not a too
Yeah,
much
yeah,
talking
yeah,
type, but
yeah. But I'm on the microphone. Even though at some point I want to do go in a print. I was in a print adjunct when I came to the radio, and I would like to always be there too. But that's my strength right here, the microphone. Yeah. So how you call her? Augusta. Do it again.
Fine.
Tell me something. Tell me something. Remy Salif.
Yep,
Remy.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Okay. Sustainable development coach. Remy Salif, how you doing? One of our committed panelists. Let me tell the whole world. Yes. He came in like 2 3 months ago, but I mean he's exceptional, very, very committed, and we really, really want to appreciate you. So we have Daniel Sony here. Daniel Sony is sit. Daniel, let me see you. What kind of big hat you got on your head, so Daniel? All right, then we have Mark McGoffia, a colleague, a media, colleague. He's in a print. He's a pen pusher. I mean, he writes some real articles. You read it and you get amazed.
Okay.
Investigative ones as well. Then a young woman over there is becoming my mentee eventually. She's Augusta from the University AME, and she studies mass communication. So for the next minutes that we have to be here, I want us to talk about importance of the importance of the importance of customer service. And we got 30 minutes to go. That's more than enough. And if we, for example, if we were paying for this time, it's just so much. Yeah. But thankfully that we discuss, business, and the station, have given us the time, the opportunity to discuss business, educate our people. So it's good to be back. And today I want to find Bobby for running away from us. Yeah, he got new job. The people voted him. He won. We were on our knees praying. Chief, how you doing?
I'm doing
I'm
very
doing very fine.
Okay,
I'm doing
so
good.
I'm doing good, thank you.
yeah, we miss you. We really miss you. Yeah, we miss you a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, but
I'm getting a
Getting the
feedback though.
feedback though.
okay, I will mute myself when I'm done
Okay.
talking.
Okay.
Yeah, let me mute these people. So thanks to Rabbi Salif, he's a walking encyclopedia. I mean, he got so much expertise in what we discuss here all of the time, and I really want to really appreciate you for bringing him on as well. And the reason why we don't really like miss him again because he here. So yeah. So
That's
that's
my
it.
That's my boss.
That's my boss. I'm making fun.
All right. So let me leave the discussion. I mean, customer service is something that you guys have talked about on this platform for a very long time, and educate our people about customer service, the importance. And when you leave the US, you come down to Liberia, and the way, entrepreneurs or business people, sometimes behave on the when they are, carry on their activities is very discouraging. And you say, but some people believe that it is so poor in Liberia, and we've talked about this times with our numbers, and we just like, to get more education. We can do that for the next 20 minutes, and maybe 10 minutes for Reverend Salif, 10 minutes for Mr. Bobby, or 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Then we can take questions if our Augusta, Daniel, or Mark, if any one of them got questions, they can come in. Then we'll take calls for at least for 5 minutes, and then we'll call it a day. So let me begin with you, Reverend Salif.
Oh,
I will mute myself.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, my boss is here, Mr. Brapler, and he's not been here for a little bit, so I think I want to give him that preference to go ahead and let him get the ball rolling, and then I come in after him. Mr. Brapler?
I don't know about being a boss, but hey, it's good to be back here.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, Bobby, welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.
All right. So again, it's good to be back on the show. I'm shocked that Magdalene wants to fine me, considering the fact that we haven't received our back pay. But that's okay. We're not gonna strike.
The player say I want for you to start paying me my own back pay. Okay.
But I'll just speak on customer service, because that's a major issue. Even here in the U.S., where I live, Atlanta, Georgia, companies and organizations are striving to improve customer service. The way I look at customer service is sort of a two-way street. And before I go too far, I want to say hi to your studio compatriots there. How you guys doing?
We're good, Mr. Bobby.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah. So service. Okay, I think you guys need to mute on that end. The two individuals on the other side. Okay, there we go. So customer service is a two-way street, Reverend Salif, because businesses and organizations want customers, and they want clients. Okay. Customers and clients, they just want a good experience when they go to buy, when they go to eat at a restaurant, when they go to shop, when they travel on your airplane, when they ride in your taxi, or when they go to rent a car. They want good service because they're paying money, and so they want a service that's equivalent to the money that they're paying. Okay. A breakdown of customer service comes about based on how customers, first of all, how business owners see their customers. Okay. Sometimes business owners do not see the customers as people that are bringing them money, or employees don't see customers as people that are ensuring that they keep their jobs. So the breakdown comes about where the customers also don't respect the employee that they're dealing with or the business owner. There can be kind of a breakdown. And the reason I say that is because, especially in our community, in our society in Liberia, even the way we interact with each other on radio, for instance, journalists and people being interviewed, sometimes is combative. Okay. I've spoken to some business owners and some employees in Liberia and asked them why their customer, for instance, why did you talk to that customer like that? And they said, Bobby, you don't live here. You don't know. Some of these people are rude. They come here and they talk to you any kind of way, and I'm not gonna sit down and let anybody talk to me any kind of way. So because of that, sometimes even before the customer behaves in a certain way that's rude, you, the business owner, the employee, you're already assuming that the person is going to behave a certain way. So you talk to them in a certain rude way. That's where the breakdown happens. So it's a complicated thing, but I just wanted to add that, and I'll leave it for Reverend Saliva, anybody else to come in.
Thank you, Mr. Great perspective. When it comes to customer service, there are a few things that are at play here. And I agree with Mr. Brapley 100%, but I might just, have a little sway. Because when it comes to business and it comes to customer service, the customer is always the king. The customers is always right. And that is a good model for customer service. When businesses see that, then that's a good premise to begin from. The problem when it comes to Liberia compared to other countries, because thank God I've visited several other African countries. I had the opportunity to live in some other African countries, and we see a completely different, Liberia is just a different, completely different environment. And I think some of the reasons for that is the prolonged civil war we had, it kind of broke down institutions and infrastructure and our discipline model in Liberia. So few things contribute to this poor customer service or lack of customer service in Liberia. I personally have had my own issues in Liberia. I was not a rude customer. At the time, I wasn't living in Liberia, and I flew to Liberia, and there was something wrong with my ticket, and I went to the office of the airline, and I spoke to the lady behind the desk. I went with my brother. I thought she didn't hear me the first time I spoke. Her head is down. She's just doing what she's doing. So I thought she didn't hear me. So I decided to speak again so that she could hear me. And by the time I spoke the second time, she raised her head and all hell broke loose. She just descended on me, abusing. I'm like, you talking, I hearing you. Why you gotta keep insulting? I said, no, I gotta see your manager. So as I insisted to see and the manager, he just exacerbated the whole thing. You're like, oh my man, that girl, don't mind her. I'm like, are you kidding me? You, the manager, your customer just insulted a staff that walked in. And all you gotta say is, oh, that girl, that happened to me at the airline. It happened to me at one of the banks in Liberia. I go there, the girl at the window teller, she kept insulting me. I complained to another manager. He said, oh, my man, that girl, that. I'm like, are you kidding me? There are so many factors that are responsible. When a customer walked into the business, I was not even the one who should have greeted her. She should have lifted her head, oh, welcome, and introduce her business. Welcome to so-and-so airline. Give us a second, we'll be with. She never even did that. So there are factors that are responsible. There are so many things that have broken down in Liberia. So we need to identify those things that have broken down in Liberia, and we have to institute some measures, and it has to do with training. We got to train people on customer service. Also, when it comes to Liberia, the business environment, the business ecosystem or landscape in Liberia is so limited and non-competitive. So business owners feel they can do anything. I have walked into a Lebanese store and I had a guest visiting Liberia the first time. He saw something with somebody and liked it and said, hey, I would like to have this. And we asked the person to say, oh, you go to Red Light, a so-and-so store. We went there and we tried to talk to those guys about this thing, just ask questions. Just ordinary store boy who carried the carton began to insult us. I go to the Lebanese guy, he gets angry, and he walks out of the store. We walk all over Red Light. We couldn't find what we were looking for because they were the only people who had it. So they feel they can do anything because it's so limited. Here in the U.S., I can't go to a Subway sandwich and they treat me like that because I have Jimmy John's. I have so many other places to go. So businesses want to develop that competitive edge. And one of the ways to develop competitive edge is by having an efficient customer service, because if you treat me poorly, I'm going to walk away. Two, I can write a review. If I write a bad review for you, other people will see it. They're not going to patronize you. So you are going to lose. In Liberia, one of the researches I did before coming on, one of the things happening in Liberia is businesses in Liberia are not thinking about the long term. They just want to make quick profit right now. So they're not looking at the long term. They don't see customers as major partners in the business that contribute to the overall sustenance of the business. So they don't know that. So they just feel what I can make now. They don't know when you lose one customer, you will be losing more than one customer. So there's no mechanism in place for review. The government has no agency like Consumer Protection Agency where you can complain anything to. If you were rudely, poorly treated, that you can complain to, and that business could be brought into questioning. They could lose some things, So there's just nothing there. So instead of the customer being king in Liberia, the business owner feels he's the king or she's the king. So I can turn you away. If you don't get it from me, you can't get it from any other place. So I still got to come back to you. So all those things are factors that are affecting the Liberian business landscape, and that's contributing to very poor customer service. And those are things we got to look at, and those are things we got to address.
Yeah, wonderful points. Thank you. Thanks to Mr. Bopler and Remy Salif. So we have Solomon C. Ye. Good afternoon. His wife from Grand Jide County, CV Mo Village. And Emma Hammer. Emma, how you doing? Following live this afternoon from Emmet Forex Exchange Bureau in Cat City. That question? You want to add up? You want to say something? Yeah, please.
Who's going?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me unmute him. I'm sorry. Let me unmute him.
Okay, so as I was saying, in Liberia, because I've been in Liberia, Liberia Nuevo. People think that when they own businesses, they should not respect people or their customers. I work in a restaurant. I went to eat, calling a lady attention. She just behaving as if I've gone to beg for food, and I got angry to the point that I called the attention of the OO, and they just swept it aside. Oh, forget it. This. One thing people should get to know is that when you own a business, those who come to buy from you are your bosses. Mm-hmm. They should be the one you pay that homage to, because without them, you won't get money. You should see them as the one that put bread on your table. Even riding a taxi, if you ask the driver, please wind down your windshield, he gets angry. You are not giving me a lift. You are in the street driving that taxi because you expect me to ride on your car, to ride with you. But you ask them, they talk to you anyhow. You want to go my car, get down. The simple Liberian way. So we all need to keep saying these things for people to get to know their wrongdoing, for people to get to know that what they are doing, that they think that it is right, it is not right.
You are 100% right.
You spoke about it, or very silly. The issue of respect. When we respect people in a country,
and it begins
with Mo Ali or Mr. Robert Pade, one of them posted, say, don't wait to know someone position, their status, their whether they get money or not. I mean, it's on one of them pages. And before you can respect them, people don't respect people in this country. They want to see you in certain position before they can show you that courtesy. But no, even if you are selling kobo, the people that come to you, and you understand, or okay, for example, let me not say kobo. Maybe, for example, you in a very big restaurant, and then you see this person coming in the low, low level,
Low profile.
low profile, and you don't want to respect them because the way you see them, their appearance. I mean, they may not be in red or so, but so simple. Show them respect. Show them, who exactly. Show them some respect. Serve them like you serve anybody else.
You don't know who is who.
Thank you.
That's
I saw on
interesting.
Facebook the last time again, and somebody said it. Way you will treat a janitor, that's how you should also treat the CEO. That's how you should also treat the a janitor.
Yeah.
So you don't know who is who. Respect people. I went to do my lab, and when I went there, I forgotten the place name. But I turned my hair, you couldn't even like see my face because I wasn't feeling well that morning. I went there, but I was just watching them. They were very professional. They my first time going, but I dressed that one leg here that morning when I went. And they were very professional. When I went back for my receipt, they hair alone, and then I went and just passed on it. But they were like, wow. And so nobody there disrespected me because I was looking just like, I sell a low, level pricing. I don't want to, go too deep with that. But that's how I was, but they respected me. And I would try to get a name and, could do a little business for them. But they were very professional. They didn't care, who I was. They didn't know my name. They don't know me, nothing. But when I went back the second time, they saw me, the other woman like,
Okay,
my
what?
people. So, I mean, that's it. And let me go back to you again. Maybe you want to add, mute myself.
The problem there, Madeline, is the government. Liberia doesn't have a functioning government. That's just a fact. We got some people that occupy some offices. They don't even know what they're doing. The government in every country sets the tune.
Remy, you want to say that again? Liberia doesn't have, you are very low.
Yeah, and I'm having the feedback. I'm saying, Madeline, all these things we're discussing is a failure of government. Liberia does not have a functioning government.
Okay.
We have people that just occupy positions. They don't even know why they're there, what to do. In every country in the world, there are institutions that shape people's behavior. Number one institution is the family. The family is where we first learn behavior. Another institution is the school. The school helps to shape people's behavior. Another institution is the church, and then the government. Now, when it comes to the family and the school and the church, they don't have any corrective power. They don't have punitive power. And government has eroded all the powers of the family and the schools. Today, government in a post-war country, that's why I thought Ellen Johnson was a failure. That Liberia came out of civil war, 14 years, brutal civil war, and she started passing all those rights and eroding the rights of parents to discipline their children. That a parent can go to prison in Liberia for disciplining their children, trying to implement what's in America into a country that is way, way, way backward. That was complete foolishness. So the government has eroded the corrective power of the family. The government has eroded the corrective power of the schools. The government has eroded anything of the church. So only the government now has the power to punish misbehavior. And the most misbehaved people are the government officials. You see how they drive on the road. If you get to RIA, if you fly to Liberia, the first place you get and you witness the poorest customer service is at the airport. You see how those guys behave at the airport. You think you're in the market. If you go to Ghana, you land in Ghana at Kotoka. I mean, everything is professional. One person tells you, hey, go this way, you fingerprint, go to Liberia. One man is yelling, count on this side. The other man, oh no, chief, let the man count on this side. Oh no, chief, you go this way. Oh, it's like you're in the market, and that is a government institution. It's a complete failure of government. And I don't know, every morning when they say they go to work, what do they go to do? because they're not helping the country to grow in anything. They're just there doing things like Boy Scouts, like boys and girls just sitting and playing. So that's where all these things come from. I went to
For
a
me,
business. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Brapler.
for me, I hear what you're saying, Reverend Salif. I tend to look at things slightly different in my analysis. Yeah, the government is always blamed in most situations in Liberia, but I would say it goes beyond that. Look, in America here, talking about customer service, there are certain places, Reverend Salif, you go in America, you're not gonna get good customer service.
Sure.
Okay, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Customer service is on different levels. It's a human problem. There are certain areas that you go, if you're black, you're not gonna get good customer service.
Sure.
It may be subtle. For instance, you walk into certain malls and people follow you.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they follow you if you're black? Because they feel like, to them, they feel like maybe you're a criminal, or maybe you want to steal some of their stuff. Just crazy things. You can't really justify why somebody has poor customer service, but the underlying cause is lack of respect, and lack of respect because they feel like they don't need you. If somebody disrespects you when you go to their business, it means that they feel like they don't need you and they don't want you in some cases. Okay? You notice that even in Liberia, the institutions that are of a higher standard, like if you went to a hotel in Liberia, any hotel, the way you'll be treated at the reception desk is different than how you would be treated if you went to a Kobo shop. Agreed?
Partially.
There's a difference. There's just a difference in how you'll be treated. Okay, and the reason for that is because customer service always boils down to money. The way to fight customer service is branding. How you brand your business. That's where branding comes in. So if I have my hotel or my restaurant, I can come out and say, at my restaurant, we have high quality customer service. So the gentleman in the studio there that had a bad experience at that other restaurant, he will come to my restaurant and try it. And when he tries my restaurant and gets that excellent customer service, guess what? He's not going back to the other restaurant that treated him bad. He's coming here to my restaurant. That's what customer service. So if somebody feels like they don't need to, like a taxi driver, man, if he puts you down within a second, he's gonna get another customer. He doesn't really care. And the margin is so small, he's not making a lot of money. So those kind of businesses, the customer service tends to be bad. I'm not justifying it, but I would say the solution to the problem is separation. You have to show that your business is different from another business. And if what you guys are saying, that the customer is king and the customer is the one that employs you, then if my business has better customer service, I would draw all the customers to myself. Okay, I would just say that. The second thing, Reverend Salif was talking about the government. You see, when customer service is so bad in the whole country, like it is in Liberia, everywhere you go, you get subpar customer service. It creates a negative it's just seen negatively by outsiders. It gets out there. People classify Liberia as a country with bad customer service, and so it will affect the government eventually, because you get less tourists coming to your country. Even your own citizens that have bad experiences, you talk to Liberians outside of Liberia in the diaspora, and they have, most of them have the same experience that Reverend Salif is talking about at the airport and different places. Although I'm hearing that it's getting a lot better. Let's be honest. They say it's getting a lot better, but
I know that your government, yeah, I know. You try to make things no fun, but very seldom that they have.
You see,
You try to fix it, Bobby. That your government, yeah, I know.
Mr. Brabler, he's trying to be,
A little bit, yeah.
The fact of the matter, in every country, it is the government that set the tone for behavior. It's the government that can punish by all the things you talk about in
but Reverend, isn't it the people that become the government?
Yeah, but that's what I'm going to get into. The government, the people play a dual role. The people, number one, they're supposed to be the boss of the government because they elected them, but at the same time, they become the key player, the customers to the government. And these things happen in government offices too. You go to government offices. Okay, a friend of mine in Germany, in Europe, needed to get his birth certificate. And at the time, I was in Liberia. And he sent me all his information. I was supposed to go to the Ministry of Health, I think somewhere on Basel community, there where they got a health place. And I go there, and this dude that the government employ and is taking monthly salary, all he got to do is put his signature on birth certificate. This guy will just walk out of the office, see hundreds of people in lines, and he doesn't care. He treats them anyhow. He takes his own time. He comes whenever he wants. And people, he got 2-3 boys there, girls there that are taking money from people, bribing to get this thing done for him. And he insults people if you don't move from here. And government employ you just to take care of birth certificate. Now you become king. You go to the passport session. So all this indiscipline, it stems from the government. And then other people see it. There is complete impunity. So why would businesses not do it? The thing you're talking about, yes, I have walked in stores in America and I've been followed, but there's a reporting channel. I can report that business. I can sue that business. There are legal courses that I could take. That does not exist in Liberia. Who you going to complain to in Liberia? Because the government also is a part of the problem. They are the ones who can say, no, in Liberia, we will be different. Every country in Africa, that's what they do. The government said, no, this is unacceptable. This cannot happen. And you put those measures in place, those consumer protection programs that you put in place. If the government is not doing it, the businesses won't do it. When I went to my wife, I was so embarrassing. I took my wife to Liberia for the first time. And we went to, I don't know where this place is. It is Shark, about the airfield where they do ice cream.
Shark,
and, yeah. I said, let me take my wife and some of my family members who went there. Oh, we were horribly treated. I got so angry. I cannot spend this money in this place.
Oh my God.
I think somebody to the owner. And so they ran behind us. Oh, we're sorry. You know, this. They were stressed. I said, this is not an excuse. We walk into your business to come and spend my money, and you will treat us like this. It is unacceptable. She apologized and did all these things. I can't go anywhere to complain. There's no way you can complain. Bobby, any store you go into and they walk behind you, they do those, you can write reviews. There are places, there are measures in place that you can, do. That's not going to happen in Liberia.
Reverend, if you walk in a store and you're unduly followed, that's a civil rights issue.
It's not a customer service issue. It's a civil rights
that's
issue.
not what we're talking about. That's against the law anywhere. What we're talking about here is business customer service.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, I don't see it as being a government problem per se. I see it as being a societal problem, a systematic.
Who runs the society? Government runs the society. If my family is falling apart,
I would argue that there are different components to how the society is run. For instance, the Fourth Estate, which Magdalene runs here, that's part of society.
Yes.
You see, government is not everything.
Government gave them license. Government gave them license to operate. So if there's a channel to report Magdalene's entity, and the government can step in and say, if you don't change their behavior, we'll withdraw your license, we'll close you down, then they will change. Government got all the rules to play.
But can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Who keeps the government in check? Is the very same Magdalene, because she has a platform.
Yes.
What we are doing here is a platform.
And
We
that's
are
the
also
second thing I
keeping
will
the
get into.
government in check.
Yes.
So that's why I'm saying there are different powers in the society, not just the government, even the religious leaders. You know, people just have to transcend the society and the community sometimes, and just do the right thing. So in terms of I'm confused because is it true, and maybe your studio audience or your guests can chime in, do we believe that good customer service can improve your business? Yes or no?
100%. 100%.
Okay, good. Are business owners interested in growing their bottom line, increasing their
100%.
profit? Okay.
100%.
So the question is, why do they not improve on their customer service if they know that improved customer service means more revenue for you? I would just ask that question and then hold on to that thought. The second thing is, in every country you go to, the private sector has better customer service than the government.
100%.
And America is no different. But you know, one of the things that has helped, I've been amazed when I talk to state government and federal government in America these days, the customer service has improved. And it has improved because of the media. So that Magdalene again.
That's where you go.
The media was so hard on the government that the government was forced to improve. It went to the point where people will call in and complain about government staffers. You know, you're trying to get your birth certificate. They put you on endless hold for 30 minutes to an hour. And people will come to people like me, like Magdalene, and say, look, this thing is crazy. We're trying to get birth certificates, and the state is making you be on hold for over. That's bad customer service. So here it is. The society is checking the government and forcing the government to change. So good luck to you in Liberia if you think the government is the one that is responsible to fix everything. If they don't fix it, you can still force.
Bobby,
Bobby,
hold on, okay. Everything you say is true, but listen, everything stems from the government. Have you ever tried calling the Liberian embassy in Washington, D.C.? If there is anywhere called poor customer service, is the Liberian embassy in Washington, D.C. You can call their phone for 2 weeks every day. Nobody answers.
You kidding me?
Wow.
Yes, really shocking, huh?
It's so rude. I went to New York to get my passport situated. I took my wife with me. Right in the Liberian consulate, I felt, oh, I'm at home. I'm bringing my wife. This is our first interaction with Liberia. Right there, the counselor began to insult me right there in my own consulate. I was shocked. I was like, what is happening here? Another guy came from Canada. He had a problem. They're not even there to help you fix your problem. They see themselves like bosses. That is the problem. We run this imperial mentality in Liberian government that they don't care. So that's where the citizens also see, if the government can do it and get away with it, what happened to the ordinary business person? Now I will come to.
Are you saying that the citizens are trying to copy the government?
Definitely, because the government leads everything. They
but wait, your business, your profit that you're making as a business owner, your government is not gonna pay you for your business.
No. That's another aspect I would have got into. How to improve customer service. We need training. We need awareness. And we are doing now. We are aware of this. And then we need training. But
getting the feedback of that.
Yeah, I just unmuted. I unmuted because I want to come in. Yeah, so very sadly, you are just so blunt. I mean, we are running out of time. They will have another major program coming up. I don't know what the guys. I'm not seeing them around, but can we hear from the public? Let's get at least 1 or 2 calls. Let's see, because we are actually out of time. After the course, then we call it a day. But we'll have another major program coming on as soon as I see them, and that means we have to. But I really appreciate the discussion now, because our livelihood depends on the government. We'll say 80%. Me, I would say 85%. They need, everything is on their shoulders to ensure that they do what is necessary. Yes, to do what is necessary. So we'll be holding them, we'll hold their feet to the fire, like Bobby said. We'll remind them. We will raise issues. That's why people come here, they tell us, we host them and they tell us, say, oh yeah, this one, we see this one at the agency, at the ministry, what is, going on in the country. I mean, you can place in your call to 0777-285-961. And we are here to raise issue. We're not here to feel sorry for the government. We're not here to feel sorry. Oh, you know that I was busy, papi. No, I mean, we're not. We'll continue to raise our. Yeah, hello. Hello. Yeah, you gotta put it on speaker. Yeah, hello. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why it's so low like that. Yeah. 077. Mr. Sakama, please call back. We'll take at least 2 calls. We're out of time. We are seriously out of time. At 0777-25-38-19. Yeah, put on speaker quick. Yeah. Hello? Your phone is very, very low. Yeah? Okay. Hello?
I can't hear anything.
Nothing.
Oh, thank you so much for the call. You can keep
We
calling,
didn't
keep
hear
calling. Mr. Bobbitt?
Yes.
Yes,
I didn't
I
really
didn't
hear.
hear what he said.
Mr. Bobbitt, I think you fall on the first caller. I don't know if you're getting clear.
We didn't hear anything.
Okay. You can keep calling on.
No, we're not taking calls again. We're out of time. Yeah, don't encourage it, up. We're out of time. My people, we're sorry. Oh, yeah? There customer service now. We're sorry. We can't take calls again, We're actually out of time. So,
Closing
Mr.
statement.
Yeah, we're closing now. At least 30 seconds. 30 seconds each. We are actually out of time. We have another program coming up. Yeah, thank you so much for coming on. Bobby, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll just
like to say that.
Oh, you
You
probably
probably
want
want
to
to mute yourself.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, in closing, I would say that customer service is very important for the development of Liberia, and I would urge Liberians, I would urge the media institutions to pay more attention to customer service. There are trainings available. I believe Reverend Salif is coming to Liberia to perform or to do some of those trainings. Let's improve the customer service and the image of Liberia. Thank you. All right, Reverend.
Thank you, Mr. Brapler. It was good. I'm happy you came on the show today that we could have 2 different perspectives, or else I would have just gone one side, but you kept bringing us on the other side to balance it all out. And that was very, very, very good. But let me close this way. I went to a bank in Nigeria when I lived there, and the teller was very rude to me. So I just complained, and her boss came from behind his desk in his office at the back. He came and scolded her right in my presence. I mean, it was like she should go under the ground. That's how you do it. We need to have another session for this customer service because I did not delve into the
We can do it for a whole month. We can do it for a whole month.
And what we can do to improve customer service. I got a whole research right here on my desk right now, but we don't have the time. So we got to do that because one of the key reasons for these things is the employment process. Most of these girls employed in some of those places that are rude to people, they are girlfriend to the manager that employed them. So they can't even correct.
Very well. We're going to the discussion. Very next week, all the time. We'll talk about that. I will be up to see. That's so funny. Oh yeah. Thank you so much for coming on. I'm going to mark that down. We'll start with that next week. They love it to the manager.
That's
they love it to them. Okay, thank you so much. On that note, Mark and Augusta. Yeah, thank you for coming, Augusta. Yeah, say something now. 1 second. Just talk. Yeah. We're closing up now. All right, Mark. You want to say?
Mentees.
Okay.
Yes, to be one of the mentees. So I know that she's in good hands, and I pray that she learn as time goes by.
Okay.
And finally, for living, Men Against Rape and Domestic Violence will pretty soon be launching a program that will seek the need of women and girls in prison.
Okay, so we'll talk about that more next week. So the COPS program is coming up. See you on Monday.
To August 30, 2024, COPS is accepting grade school students to study computer software applications, computerized typing, MS Word, letter writing format, letterhead, and invitation card preparation. Grade school students can also register for our keyboard, hair plaiting, tailoring, and decoration classes for just $25 United States dollars. Parents can use this vacation to give their child or children a sustainable career. Vacation classes for students interested in academic lessons from 1st grade to 11th grade in developing better writing and reading skills, standard English writing, basic calculation, improvement of students' behavior, and other basic academic lessons. Classes begin July 15 at a cost of $20 USD. COPS is also accepting students to study in our grade school for the 2024-2025 school year from nursery to 11th grade. Grade school students from 5th grade to 12th grade are required to study one vocational course and study without extra cost. Finally,